Donald Trump was panicking late last night as it appears that the top officials from his first administration held some of their early major meetings on Epstein's island. Here's what Jeffrey Epstein wrote to Bill Gates in an email dated December 20th, 2016. Come to visit the island. New administration people visiting. And so in December 2016, Epstein invited Bill Gates to his island and informed him that the new Trump administration people were all going to be at the island. This is 1 month before Trump was inaugurated for his first term. Donald Trump is also panicking now as more details are emerging regarding the whistleblower complaint against Tulsi Gabbard and some communications with foreign agents that were intercepted. It seems that they may relate to Jared Kushner, according to new reporting. The allegations in the conversation about Kushner, President Trump's son-in-law, would be significant if verified, according to other U.S. officials familiar with its content. This is being reported by the Wall Street Journal. Gabbard whistleblower complaint based on intercepted conversations about Jared Kushner. The substance of the conversations, which covered in part issues related to Iran, isn't known. Okay. Let's also recall last month, Donald Trump said that he was going to protect the protesters in Iran. He said, get out there and protest. I got your back. If anything happens to you, we will make sure we strike the Ayatollah right away. The people protested. Donald Trump wasn't there. The protested, where are you? Where's America? You said to get out there. You told us to do this. Thousands and thousands of Iranians were massacred by the Ayatollah, by that regime. And we had all of our military equipment off the coast of Venezuela. So we couldn't get to Iran even if we wanted to get there. And, you know, and Donald Trump was bragging, oh, the Ayatollah didn't hang 726 people. So he did me a great service. He did me a great favor right now. I mean, this regime is sick. They are completely out of their minds. I mean, you saw yesterday RFK Jr. bragging about how he used to snort cocaine off of toilet seats. You're the health secretary. Folks, for the international audience, this is our health secretary talking about snorting coke off of toilet bowl seats. Here, play this clip.
And I said, I'm not scared of a germ. You know, I used to snort cocaine off of toilet seats. And I know this disease will kill me. Right. Like if I don't.
Or how about Donald Trump yesterday saying that, yeah, what's the big deal about Howard Lutnick visiting Epstein's island where children were sexually assaulted, where children were raped? Epstein brought his children. That's what Donald says. He brought his children and his wife, and he brought other children there. What's wrong with that? That's what Donald Trump said. What's wrong with bringing your child to the island where child sex trafficking happens after, as Lutnick said, he knew that Epstein was a horrible person and that Epstein was engaged in atrocities, horrible acts? Then you bring your children there in 2012 and then you do a business deal with Epstein a few days later? Here, play this clip right here.
President, were you aware that Secretary of Commerce visited Epstein's island? And do you continue to have...
No, I wasn't aware of it. No, I didn't. I actually haven't spoken to him about it. I wasn't. But from what I hear, he was there with his wife and children. And I guess in some cases, some people were. I wasn't. I was never there. Somebody will someday say that. I was never there. Yeah, please.
This announcement that you made today.
What the heck? What the heck? And Donald Trump is posting this. Trump has reversed the Biden-made manufacturing decline. What are you talking about? There wasn't a Biden manufacturing decline. There was actually a manufacturing boom. Objectively, you could feel however you want to feel about former President Biden. There was a manufacturing boom, and now there is a manufacturing recession, or perhaps worse right now. That's just the objective facts. You can lie all you want. I mean, we've got headlines like this in the United States now. Middle-class Americans are now selling their plasma to make ends meet. Last year, people in the U.S. made an estimated $4.7 billion selling their plasma. Donation centers are popping up in middle-class neighborhoods, including suburban strip malls and college towns. You know, and what's fascinating If you look at the jobs report, the only sector where there's growth that has lifted up everything else, but then there's all these downward revisions, is healthcare because of an aging population and things like this. All other jobs are being lost except healthcare, and then the Trump regime is attacking healthcare. Healthcare is rising because of the rising age of people, aging population, and things like this. But otherwise, we're in a jobs recession where there was no jobs created in 2025. Just think about that. And then there's data like this too, because you have all these AI companies that are propping up right now the market. If these AI companies go bust, the crypto crash will be the crash that you see on the market right now. But these AI companies keep doing deals with each other, and they keep their debt off their balance sheets. They keep losses off their balance sheets by doing all these financial shenanigans, by like lease out deals on data centers. I'm not going to get into the whole thing here, but I want you to look at this data right here. There's been a surge in blowups recently in the S&P on drawdowns. We haven't seen anything like this since the dot-com bubble burst. Over the last 8 sessions, 115 stocks in the S&P 500 have declined 7% or more in a single day. The average drawdown when that happens is 34%. Right now, we're 1.5% below the all-time high. I just want you to think about that. So if you invested in those companies, right? If you put money there, you've lost huge amounts of money in one-day swings like we've never seen before in recent history. That's what it's saying. It's one of the worst in history. But Donald Trump sending emails like this late at night. Good night, he says.